So Ruto's administration is banning Mitumba to go to another wawe na nguo mpya sasa kwa sababu hataki Mitumba. They are going to ban Mitumba, and none other is saying this other than the trade CS, that is Moses Kuria. And this is Raila Amolo Odinga's idea. Remember when he was a presidential candidate for Azimio, he came up with this idea. Na sasa wakambwekea wakisema ya kwamba he is actually joking with the rights of Kenyans. And they rubbished the idea. Wakasema ya kwamba baba hajui kile ambacho wanafanya na anataka watu waache kazi. And for sure, most crews bought this idea. And they were begging for Raila's blood. You remember none other than William Samuel Ruto and akina watu akina Isha Jumwa, akina Moses Kuria, they went to Koba to buy even pants, and they bought even clothes and to show that they are working for and they were supporting hustlers kwa sababu they were ridiculing Baba. And for sure they campaigned a lot against Baba, and Baba was roasted. Baba was roasted for coming up with a very good idea. And you know that it is coming out very clearly that Kenya Kwanza have no agenda of their own. They have no idea. In fact, they don't know why they were taking power. And that is why they are borrowing from Baba. And this one confirms the saying that when a man is seated on an African traditional stool, he can see far than a boy who is on the top of a tree. Baba ni mtu ambaye anaona bali sana. And in the fullness of time, people realize that Baba is the next president, is the best president that this country could have ever had. We missed a golden chance. Na kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba Raila is a leader. Others follow. He makes the way. He leads and he provides direction. And Kenya Kwanza is coming out as a fake government. It's a clueless government. People who don't know what they are doing. Kuria want the copper market now to be closed, and you can move to textile industry and provide jobs for the people. The same idea that Baba was saying. And Kenyans were made to believe that Baba did not know what he was doing. And I think it is coming out very clearly that we Kenyans, those people who voted for the Kenya Kwanza government, did a terrible mistake. Balo watu walifanya ni kuchagua serikali ya hasra. And this one, remember, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta ridiculing, hasra, tawala, hasra, God, dynasty down, hasra, tawala. You remember Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta could see this madness. And kwa sababu kile ambacho kinajitokeza ni kwamba hawa ni watu ambao hawana haya na wana mji wao. Waswahili wanasema wasio na haya wana mji wao. And the other thing is that these people, instead of dealing with corruption, they are dealing with trying to borrow Kenya Azimio's ideas. And what Kenyans should know is that they are trying to create market for the US through USAID and UK, UKAID. Kwa sababu Kenya Kwanza government was installed by the foreigners, especially America and Britain, just to compete with China, just to compete with the idea that China was having a lot of influence in Kenya. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba they are now providing the market after now working with the GMO, after agreeing to GMO and even to tax Kenya heavily, so that they can have more money to buy the items, clothing from those countries. That is why we see what is happening now. Na naomba tu Mungu atupe uwezo wa kuvumilia. Mungu usaidia watu wa Azimio waweze kuvumilia na wengine waweze kunyamaza. Because what you can say is that Kenya Kwanza is just a mockery. There are people who have been taking this country for a ride. And kile ambacho kipo ni kuwa it's a populist government, a government that has no clue, a government that has no idea, a government that has no direction, a government that cannot stand on its own. Why were they backing to Raila Amolo Odinga? Why were they begging for his blood? Why was he crucified for coming up with this idea? Why were they campaigning against this? You know, it's only a dog that eats his vomit. A human being does not eat his vomit, nor does a human being chew the cud. Kwa wakati ambapo unakuja kula yale maneno ambayo uliyasema. And there is nothing that irritates principled men kama watu ambao hawana msimamo. If a man does not have principles, then that person is not worthy to be called a man. And when I'm talking about a man, I'm talking about human beings. Kwa hivyo, as a human being, lazima tuwe na msimamo dhabiti. Lazima tuwe tunawaambia watu nini because a leader, I've said again and I will say, keep on saying, that must provide direction. It is not politicking. This is not the time to politic. This is the time to work. Lakini wakati ambapo huyu Kuria so shamelessly, let me hope that he was not drunk this time, kwa sababu ni jambo ambalo si nzuri wakati ambapo unasema vile ambavyo baba alikuwa amesema, and then you start borrowing the ideas, start implementing the same, then you are telling us you have no idea of your own. You are telling us ni heri tungechagua baba. And I think now people have now started seeing, in fact many people are regretting. I remember there was a friend of mine who was alluding to me that he wished that he did not vote for Kenya Kwanza. And many people now are of the opinion that Kenya Kwanza is likely to be just a one-term government, and hatuoni wakipata nafasi ya pili. Kwa hivyo I would urge the people actually to come out and tell these people that whatever they are doing is not the right thing, because wakiendelea hivi basi tutakuwa na nchi ambayo inaweza kuwa na matatizo mengi, nchi ambayo haina mwelekeo, nchi ambayo we can only depend on other people's idea. We have no originality, we have no original thoughts of our own. Kwa hivyo, and unajua jambo moja ni kwamba this tell us that if Baba became the president, you know, I remember Baba had a very good idea of what he wanted to do for this country, and his ideas were concrete. But when you look at these guys, what they had is just hot air. It's a group of people who are not prepared to lead this country. A group of people who do not know what they will do given the power. So they have the power, and instead of implementing their project, their pledges, their promise to Kenyans, they are campaigning. Kile wanafanya ni kupiga campaign za 2027, and Ruto is busy 27 elections when people are suffering, when people are dying of hunger. These people are basking in glory of winning an elections that was fraudulent. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza kusema hapa ni kuwa unapoangalia wale watu pia ambao wamechaguliwa in the list of principal secretaries, I've said in my other video that what you just see are just two tribes. Tribalism at highest. Coming out as tribal leaders, coming out as people who don't care about other communities, coming out as people who are very divisive. Now, when that list comes out, when that list is read to the public, people will agree that we normally know what we are saying. We don't do get. If you are here for the first time, this is Kashis Kaman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not, and for our viewers, kindly do me a favor and like this video. This is the only way, by the way, you support us, and we are very, very grateful. We don't take it for granted. And may you have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.